There was a time I went to a networking thing and I put 50 coffee beans in my right pocket. I would rather have a referral than a lead. So then what we get to do is we just get to be human beings, help people solve whatever problems they have. Do you think there's 36 deals and 18,000 opportunities?
Right. The answer to that is obviously yes.
100% yeah.
I have showed up in a collared shirt. I somehow missed the memo. You decided to show up in a t-shirt. What was going on?
There was no memo. You told me, Hank, I'm not sure how to put this, but could you dress up a little bit for these videos? And we're about halfway through, and I was like, I'm going to wear my t-shirt because I want to wear my t-shirt.
Right. Well, and you're wearing your hat anyway, which says the same thing. So you got to explain what 50, 25, and 1 is.
So where this came from was I had a digital marketer that said, hey, we need some numbers. And I looked back and connected the dots, and you got to get in front of people in order to have success in anything. And what we realized was most of us got in front of at least 50 people a day in order to have that one real conversation that led to some business. There's a lot more to it, but it just makes the math work for pretty much any business.
Okay, that makes sense. So we're talking about social media, we're talking about in person, we're talking about virtually, like does it apply pretty much any setting?
Yeah, I mean, there was a time I went to a networking thing and I put 50 coffee beans in my right pocket.
Okay.
Literally, I'd go up with a coffee bean, and if I went like this to you, what would you do?
You just...
Yeah, and then it's a coffee bean in your hand, and what would you say?
Like, I have no idea what I was saying. Like, what is going on here?
Well, here's what's going on. I know I got to talk to 50 people, and of all the people that I could have talked to, I'm talking to you.
I feel very special.
I'm looking for anybody who's looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate. And the reality was, if you said that sentence to 50 people, someone's going to be like, oh my gosh, we were just praying to God to send us a sign. And I'd be like, well, I'm your sign. And obviously, you get better over time doing things like that, because I didn't want to, the rest of my life, go up to everybody and be, do you know anybody looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate?
Right, yeah.
However, it's a numbers game. So 50 people a day times 365 is 18,000 opportunities. Do you think there's 36 deals and 18,000 opportunities?
Right. The answer to that is obviously yes.
100% yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 50 is just getting people to see you. The 20 is the energy exchange. You know, when you shake someone's hand and you're like, you're an asshole. Or, oh my gosh, I'm married.
I mean, you're familiar with that feeling, but sure.
Yeah. Or you shake someone's hand and you like your palms get sweaty. And you're like, I'm married.
Oh my gosh.
We need to watch that energy. So the 20s,
or a comment on someone's post where there's an actual exchange of energy. Yeah.
100%. Okay. And then you want to have 5 conversations a day. And a conversation is where now you can move them into follow-up, which means you get their social handle where you're now friends.
Right.
And then you want to have 1 conversation a day where we can both remember where we were when we had it. You and I have had a couple of those conversations where they were pivotal conversations. And it's kind of like September 11th, where if you were alive, then
you just know where you
were.
Yeah.
And when you look, if you can have that sort of impact human to human, everybody knows at least 100 people. So if you have 365 impactful conversations, now you have the one arm's length of 36,500 people. Do you think there's 36 deals in there?
Yes. And the answer to that is also yes.
And here's the thing is, I would rather have a referral than a lead. So then what we get to do is we just get to be human beings, help people solve whatever problems they have. And then it's the law of reciprocity, where if I help you, for example, in your relationship, and then you know that I want to sell 36 homes and you've got Joe over there that's looking to sell a home, you'll go and put him in a headlock and say, hey, if it wasn't for Hank, I wouldn't be with so-and-so, you know, because you do me a solid and work with him.
Yes. And I've always loved that, like the headlock referral, like the fact that you inspire so much loyalty that someone will go, I will find someone and I will make them work with you.
Yeah, 100%. I remember there was an agent that showed up for a listing and she said, you don't need to sell your home. All you got to do is refinance because you've got a cash flow challenge. And she basically talked herself out of the listing where the other agents didn't do that. Okay. Even though that agent didn't end up listing her home, they ended up getting 9 closed referrals because the client loved the fact that they put their interest in front of their own interest.
9 closed lists.
9 closed deals.
Holy cow. Man. All right. So that is the message of your t-shirt.
That's the message of the t-shirt. And you'll see with a lot of my principles, I end up getting them tattooed on me, 50, 25, 1. And the reason behind that is if I'm willing to tattoo something on my body, it should show you that I say it over and over and over again. And there's enough proof and data that says you don't need to reinvent the wheel. Just do the math. Don't do the drop. You told me, Hank, I'm not sure how to put this, but could you dress up a little bit for these videos? And we're about halfway through, and I was like, this, I'm going to wear my t-shirt because I want to wear my t-shirt.
End scene.